What's up? This is Ernie for Kilson Street with Suavecito Pomade, and today we've got a local band from here in Long Beach and Orange County. Ladies and gentlemen, Spare Parts for Broken Hearts. Great job, everybody. What's going on? Spare Parts for Broken Hearts. We'll be right back with a quick message from our sponsors.
Suavecito Pomade. Paint that wild hair now. Raise that pump high. Available in the original hole. Treatment hole. Find it now at suavecitopomade.com or your local barber shop. Get it now. Get it, hombre.
Coming up after the interview, how masturbating in public will add years to your life. And I'm not just making this up, it's backed by science. Right, Bill Nye? Bill Nye's jacking off in the corner.
All right, it's time for the Kilson Street Kids Club birthdays with Johnny, Tommy, Donnie, Lonnie, Ronnie, and Drew.
All right, so we're back here live with Spare Parts for Broken Hearts. Thank you guys for being here. It's been a long time since we've seen you. First of all, names and zodiac signs.
My name is Sarah Green, and I'm a Sagittarius.
My name's Larita, and I'm an Aquarius.
My name is Mike, and I'm a Taurus.
Nice, great. So it's been a really long time. Last time we saw you guys was the first annual pizza eating contest of August of last year. So tell us a little bit of what you've been up to since then. What have you guys been doing?
Go.
I'll take this one, I guess. I'm the new guy in the band, but we have an EP that's coming out next week. We've been recording a ton, playing out a ton, and just working pretty hard. So, yeah.
Nice. And speaking of the new EP, you guys just played a song from it called Veronica's Stress. So tell us a little bit about who came up with that name. How'd you guys come up with that? Is there a special meaning behind it?
I wrote that song, and it came to me in a dream. It was a very stressful dream of a girl trying out different dresses and taking them off. I don't know if she was what she was in a hurry for, but I remember the song playing in the background as she was trying on the dresses, and her name was Veronica in the dream. And originally the song was called Veronica's Dress because she was changing so many dresses, but then I ended up, when I woke up and I recorded the song on my Casio cassette player, eventually became Veronica's Stress because she was a very stressed out woman.
Yeah,
That's great. That's
does it
great.
a lot.
Yeah.
She doesn't lie.
No, she does it a lot. She records a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Like, she wakes up
I-
from dreams.
I've had a few songs where I literally write the whole song in my dream,
Yeah.
and then I wake up and I record. Now I just use my phone.
Yeah.
Thank God for phones.
Wow.
You know, they're so easy to record
Yeah, it
versus
makes it easy.
before.
Thank God.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we like the backstories on stuff like that. So now SheWired.com actually did an article about you guys, about one of the top 10 bands to look out for. How did that feel? Like, what did you guys think when you first heard the news about that?
I thought that was very nice.
That's cool.
I think that they do a lot of really good stuff, and I think their opinion's important.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a really good platform.
it was, yeah.
Okay, cool. And I know you, Mikey, just went to Coachella. Was it this year or last year?
I skipped this year, but I've been the last
Oh, okay.
7 years.
He's
yeah.
diehard
Yeah.
Coachella guy.
Yeah.
Diehard Coachella fan. Who
Dude.
were you there to see?
You know, one of my favorite bands, Starfucker,
Oh,
which
okay.
is awesome. Love that
Can you
band.
say that word?
Yeah, can we say that?
We'll bleep it out in post.
What else? Who else? I don't know. You know, I like a lot of indie electronic stuff. So like Passion Pit.
Who?
Passion Pit? You've never heard of Passion,
Passion
Pit?
Pit.
Where have you been?
I've been here.
And then you know, you got your old school bands like the Afghan Wigs. Last time I saw them, their reunion tour, that was awesome. The Replacements, or you know, just all the bands that I grew up with. Pixies was another one. That was incredible. So yeah, great shows.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And then Lorita, your dad is 69 years old
Yes.
and is still playing music.
Yes.
All right, so the apple didn't really fall far from that
No,
tree.
and it's kind of a curse. My brother, my sister, we are all involved in music, and it's just, you can't stop.
Yeah.
And just, you know, you keep thinking as you get older, like, I wonder if this is just a phase or is a hobby. And it's not. And then when I see my dad, you know, 69, and he lives in Chile, in South America, and he reunited with his band that he was with when he was 18. It's a choir group, and he tells me he still goes to practice twice a week, and he goes and records all the practices, and he sits there in his car and he listens to all the practices, and he loves guitar and loves just, I mean, he just loves music. I have so many pictures and memories of him with him just showing up with the guitar, or falling asleep with the guitar on the couch, or and my parents were in a band together when we were little as well. but it's a blessing, but it's something you just can't give up. So it really
Nice.
becomes like important in your life.
Yeah, that's a good thing too. Tell us a little bit more about you guys' EP. We know you got some EPs already on iTunes, and you've got one coming up. What date is it coming out on?
It'll be out on iTunes on the 23rd, which is
Okay.
next Tuesday,
June 23rd.
June 23rd,
Okay.
and then
2015, just in case someone sees this in a year.
yeah, and then we're playing at Alex's Bar in Long Beach
Nice.
to kind of unofficially release it for free. Everybody who's
Nice.
going will have a free copy of it.
Okay, cool. And what's it called?
It's called I Love You Too.
I Love You Too. Okay, and you guys are
Mhm.
also doing the Orange County Fair coming up in July.
Yep.
Nice. So just
Mhm.
touring around.
And we're
Yeah.
playing local Dullhut this Saturday too. If
The
anybody can't get out, that Saturday after
7?
24th, 25, 26.
Something.
Nice. Okay.
So if you can't get out to Long Beach, we'll be
Yeah.
at the Dullhut.
all around town. All right. So let's say like, what is like the big goal for you guys as a band cumulatively?
I just want to quit my job. That's it.
Yeah.
That's
I wanna
a good
qu- no,
goal.
that's
we all
not
want to
the-
quit our job.
Yeah. I want to quit my job.
Yeah.
I want them to quit all of their jobs.
Yes.
And just, I don't know, the best part is, having people understand you. I think
Yeah.
everybody wants that. So as many people as we can get to understand what we're doing, that is the goal,
All right.
and make a living of it.
Yeah, I mean, if we can just play music and create, as much as we can, that would be amazing.
Nice. All right, cool. And what else really like inspires you? What do you guys draw from? To
Me? Okay. Like you'd mentioned Coachella, like when I see awesome, great performances, up and coming bands that, you never heard of, and they put out these outstanding performances. I don't know, that kind of inspires me. It kind of makes me want to work harder. Yeah, just great live events, It doesn't even have to be music. It could be like, dance or, I don't know, art. So, whatever.
nice. All right. And another thing, where can we all find your music other than iTunes? You guys have like a website, Instagram, plug
Yeah.
your websites and stuff like that. What's your Twitter?
We have a .com. It's sparepartsforbrokenhearts.com.
Okay.
Facebook, Instagram, under Spare Parts for Broken
Yeah.
Hearts.
Okay.
Twitter.
What's
So
Twitter?
it's
What's
all
our
just
Twitter
Spare
handle?
Parts for Broken Hearts. How did you guys come up with the band name?
That's all you guys.
Well, it kind of evolved. Like, it started because we had a really hard time picking a name because all the names were taken. So we just threw a bunch of like our favorite words into a hat, and then like nothing good came out of that. And then Loretta and I like really love Radiohead, Tom York, and we thought one of his lyrics said the name of our band, but it didn't. So we just kept it anyway.
It was close. It was
Yeah.
Spare Parts
For broken up,
Broken Up.
which makes no sense. So we made sense of it.
Yeah.
And then it actually has evolved to make sense in the way that like we've switched out members over time. And
Mhm.
so it's just sort of like the spare parts. And like it has evolved more than that in my mind, is that the people that listen to us, the kind of music that we write, it's kind of just including everybody in the same room and making you a part of the same thing. So it's always like kind of about spare parts. The music's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And we're
like
we're
that.
all been in bands with each other.
Mhm.
Like me and her were in a band called Relish at one point. Me and him were in a band called the Angoras at one point, and the Randys. And then we were jamming together for a certain amount of time, and then we started Spare Parts. And then he came later on, so it's like these parts of these different bands that
Yeah.
kind of got together, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool. Wow. All right. So, and we can find your stuff on iTunes, sparepartsforbrokenhearts.com.
Spotify, that's what you're
Spotify.
doing.
Pandora.
Yes. Love always is the motto this time around, right?
Mhm.
For the
All
EP?
Yeah.
ways, 2 separate words.
Love
Sure.
always.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with another word from our sponsors.
Welcome to Kilson Street News at Pacific Standard Time. I'm your host, Pat McGrowing. Welcome to the jungle. Yeah, I know Jim Rome says that. Fuck Jim Rome. This week's top news story, another mass shooting. This time, some racist white kid shot up a black church. When reached for comment, Republicans said, "We ain't gonna let no minorities take our guns." To which normal thinking people said, "Man, what's wrong with Republicans?" To which Republicans said, "Guns are people too, America." To which normal thinking people said, "Man, what the fuck is wrong with Republicans?" I don't know what it is about conservatives and loving guns, being in love with guns, and supporting the Confederate flag. All I know is it's crazy. When you love a flag that much and it's not America's, there's something very wrong in your mind. Our second top news story, Obama says the N-word. Anyway, he was making a point about how racism still exists in America. And I gotta say, it's true. Just look at Fox News. Sean Hannity's always like this and that, and Bill O'Reilly's always like that and this. I mean, come on, guys. Either drop a mixtape or stop saying the word. In our last top news story. And today's special phone guest is the legendary, the immortal, the one and only Bill Nye. Bill, are you done jacking off in the corner? He is. Bill, how are you today?
I mean, it's just bullshit. Fuck.
That's more profanity than I care for, but interesting. Bill, a lot of people care about global warming, they care about the environment, and they love science. But I think people want to know about jacking off in public a little bit more. Can you please tell us about the scientific benefits to jerking off in public?
All this talk about sex is making me horny. When it comes to sex, we want to have sex all the time. Then I hope you'll cut yourself some slack. Everybody you've ever met has to have sex.
Monkeys?
Anytime, anywhere. It'll be fun.
Wow, Bill, that was a mouthful. I never heard it that way before, but you put things in perspective, man. Anyway, that's all the time we have today. We're on a shoestring budget. If you haven't noticed, we're not in our studio. We're filming in an alley, and the street sweeper's about to come by, so see you next week.
What's up? We're back with Spare Parts for Broken Hearts with a new song off their upcoming EP, Veronica Stress.
somebody around.